When deploying Access applications to several users, it is nice to have a method for distributing and updating. There are write-ups on the web, such as Bill Mosca's article on that'lldoit.com, for those who want to learn. Today we will show you Tony's Auto Front-End Updater, which makes distributing and updating Access applications very easy.
I'm Cliff McIrvin. I work with concrete, not computers. I'd like to show you, in the next few minutes, how I use Tony's Auto Front-End Updater to simplify my life in the quality control operations here where I work at McPherson Concrete Companies. 3 years ago, my company gave me a computer and told me that Access was going to be the tool of choice for my quality control data. Access? I'd never heard of Access. I didn't know what Access was. Along the way, I began to find out what Access was, develop an application to get my data, and lo and behold, I wasn't the only one that needed access to Access, pun intended. So with other people in the company using the same data I was putting in, very quickly I discovered that when you split your front-end database and you have the data in one place and everybody's using it, what happens when you need to change something in the application itself? Run around, tell everybody to get the new copy. We have Tony's automatic front-end updater. I've got it downloaded on my computer. I have an application that I have created that has the front-end file. So I have two folders on the file server. I have my application, I have Tony's front-end updater. I have a shortcut on my desktop for Tony's Auto Front-End Updater. The very first time you launch, the wizard automatically starts because none of the configuration information is available. In this application, we're going to create a shortcut that will automatically install on anybody in the company that uses this McPherson Concrete Access application. The Auto Front-End Updater needs to know where it's at. I browse to the server folder, which takes me to the location for the Tony's Auto Front-End Updater itself. I select the application and open it. Those are automatically populated. Go to the next screen. That default's correct. I go to the next screen. I'm going to create a desktop shortcut, and I'm going to say that this application is for concrete strength test results. Now I'm going to copy into the clipboard what I just typed. I'll use that again later. Please contact your computer department for support. In my company, I just simply said, please contact Cliff for support. Click on Next, go to the next screen. This is all completed. I'm going to finish, and there's the new configuration that I just created. There's a couple of things to change that the wizard does not supply for us. Configuration file comments. As a developer, you can put notes to yourself in there. Server, target folder are complete. Shortcuts to create. We want to come down here to shortcut message error handling. We want to correct any problem with no message to the user. Shortcut icon. I want to put an icon with my shortcut. And that icon is right here. I already put it into the folder with Tony's Auto Front-End Updater. That's an icon file that I created. We open that icon. We select the icon that we want. Since I'm using Access 2010, we have trusted location issues to deal with. Access 2010, trusted location, so that my application will actually run. Finish. Select the configuration file. One thing I forgot to change was user setup email. You can send an email without setting it up, but it doesn't remember what you sent. This is a very simple change to make. Tony worked hard to make this easy to use. I missed a step. It's a very simple matter, simply to go back and change any option. I can send an email out. I have Microsoft Outlook in my company, so I tell Tony's front-end updater that we're using Microsoft Outlook, and it gives me defaults. The subject line, I like the default. Click anywhere on this sentence to install the application. This is an email that I'm going to send out to any users of this application, and they just click on the link in the email and it installs a shortcut on their desktop. From then on, all they do is launch that shortcut from the application. Concrete strength test results, that's what I copied just a couple screens ago. That's the HTML version of the email. There's also a plain text version of the email. I just click on the tab, come in here to install, and I paste concrete strength test results application. That is complete. Now I finish, select my configuration file. Now I want to send an email out to all of the new users. It's launching Outlook and brings up the message that we just click anywhere on this sentence that's already in there. I'm going to send this message to Tony's front-end updater. You put in to whoever in your organization needs to use this, and you send the message. To install this new shortcut on your own computer, click Run, and Tony's Auto Front Updater installs the shortcut, copies any updated files down from the server folder, and launches the application. I hardly scratched the surface of the many options Tony built into his Auto Front-End Updater. Tony worked hard to make this easy to use. I missed a step. It's a very simple matter, simply to go back and change any option. Tony's Auto Front-End Updater does the hard work for you. It makes your life very simple. When I make a change to my application, all I need to do is put the updated file, or files, into the front-end folder on the server, and Tony's Auto Front-End Updater copies my database application front-end and all related files to each user's workstation for me the next time the user launches the application. This versatile utility is not limited to Access front ends either. I also use it to deploy and maintain an Excel add-in I wrote. Visit www.autofeupdater.com for all the details.